Welcome back to Legendary Farming, and in this video we are going to be turning this piece of flat bar into a knife. Let's get started. Warning, do not try any of this at home. To start, we're going to need all of our tools. So we got our flat bar, our hammer chisel, a regular hammer, a big hammer, in this case Jimmy, a small hammer for fine tuning, a wire brush for cleaning, different pairs of wrenches, and of course, safety goggles. Also, don't forget your gloves like I just did. Make sure your shop is functional so you don't trip over anything while you're working. Now we're going to set up the forge. So this thing is going to blow air up through the top of this, so it's going to keep our coals red hot. And we have two different settings on this, high and low. The high one will give us more heat, but it'll also eat the coals a lot faster, so you don't want to use that a lot. The low one is what I prefer to use because it gives you a good amount of heat, but it don't waste all your coals so fast. And of course, you're going to need a power outlet. Alright, now you need to add some coals to it. So grab your gloves. Grab your bag of charcoal. Make sure you give it a generous amount, because the bigger the hump, the bigger the heating surface is, and the more heat you can produce in the big area. I don't know. We'll edit that out. Now we're going to light it. First, I want to get the air going through, and then I'm going to light the center. Doesn't take a lot, you just gotta get a little bit, because the air will keep it going. So you just gotta get a little bit of it started. Now we wait till it gets a bit bigger, and then we'll stick our metal in. Alright, now we got our good heat going. Let's cook some marshmallows. Just kidding, but we're actually going to put our flat bar in this time. Woo. Oh yeah, I forgot. You turn your fan off, it helps quite a bit. Alright, now let's turn it back on. Alright, our forge is really hot and our steel's getting red, so we're going to pull it out. Woohoo! Look at that. Alright, so we're going to start by making the edge of the blade. So we're going to curve this over. Trying not to make any cold shuts. But a cold shut is basically just a piece of the steel folds over itself. And that is not good. Alright, back in the forge it goes. There we go. Alright.
We're running low on charcoal, so it's refueling time. So now that we have enough, we're gonna turn this back on. We're gonna put it on high so that I can just catch the flames real quick, and then we're gonna turn it back on low once they catch. Okay, now that we've waited a little bit and it's caught flames on the top, we're gonna turn it back down to low.
Alright, so while you wait, you want to make sure that all your tools are where you can reach them, and you want to keep a nice and clean and organized workshop. By keeping your anvil nice and clean, to make it last longer, and you won't have to worry about the problems that it will cause in the future. So always make sure that your workspace is nice and neat and cleaned up for when you're ready to use, for whenever you're ready to do whatever you want to do. Alright, now this piece of metal is ready. So save coal. Get the coals over and keep the heat on it. And turn your blow dryer on. So we just put some more charcoal on at the end of the bag. So when we turn this on, it's going to all spew up. So, safety first. Gotta get your goggles. Here we go. What happened? It didn't do it. Oh, there we go. Woo. Oh, it is horrible. That's not good.
So I'm just gonna time lapse the rest because it's taking a while, and I don't want a hour-long YouTube video. So let's go.
Okay, so we got the general shape of the blade. So now we're going to move on to the handle before we run out of time. Now we're going to grind it down to a point so we can make it sharp. Always keep a spray bottle or thing of water to keep your steel cool.
Well, we didn't have enough time to get the handle done, but we did end up getting the blade done and sharpened down a little bit. So that's the basics on how to make a knife. Maybe some other time we'll have to show you how to make the handle. Isn't that right, Brett?
Oh yeah, and it wasn't all bad. I did make my flat draw tongs so we can hold flat bar like this.
Perfect. I can't even snack it out of there. Well, we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Adios!